own stripes in his own rights, has been able to get his P engine, has been practicing with that little ring on his finger, demonstrating all of his glamour. Now you might have picked up, I tend to say Arita and Usen, putting Arita first. And that's because the way that I know her is from medical school. The joys of that have been that we got to meet Arita at the same time that she got to meet Usen. And as a result, we got to see that relationship bloom and grow in front of our eyes. But there are so many people here today that got to see them before and got to see them develop and grow into the wonderful people that they are today. One of those people is going to be the best man, Samuel Donovan, who will be coming up to give his speech. Samuel?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this wonderful evening that we get to celebrate the brand new marriage of Usen and Arita. So, in the spirit of improvisation that Usen and I so often and so boldly love to partake of, can you not hear me? I'll speak closer. In the spirit of improvisation that Usen and I so often and so boldly partake of, thank you very much, I've prepared an outline for this moment, but all in all, I intend to speak as much from the heart as I can. Usen and I met in grade 3 when we were just 8 years old. We were students of Mr. Socha's grade 3 class, and from the moment we met each other, we could not stand one another. We were both friends of Andy Mack, and that was the one thing that tied us together. For the entire school year, we were at each other's throats at every opportunity. But eventually, we did not see each other again in class until grade 8. At that point, we were 13 years old, and I showed up to school one day with a few lightsabers in my backpack, the Star Wars nerd that I was, that I remained to be, and Usen, the man that he is, he comes up to me, he says, "Hey, you like Star Wars?" I felt it was abundantly obvious, but of course I answered him with an affirmative. Next thing I know, he asked me, "Do you want to meet up after school? Play with our lightsabers? You know, fight?" So of course I said to him, "Absolutely." Next thing I know, for the rest of September, him and I are fighting with lightsabers. After school, right out front, everyone could see us. Wouldn't you know it, we both had the same thing in mind. In the cold weather, when our hands were hurting from the cold, we would take these hard plastic lightsabers and intentionally aim for each other's hands, because that way it would hurt that much more when we struck each other. Sorry, I'm scrolling through what I did have written to make sure that I'm keeping up with what I intend to say. So eventually, Usen invited me to his home, uncertain if I would be admitted. I was fortunate, however, that Ram was home at the time. Usen asked if I could enter, and as he did, I performed a Godfather impression. I said, "I'll make him an offer he can't refuse." Of course, Ram thought this was absolutely hilarious, and admittance was given to me immediately. From there, we would hang out in his basement for untold hours, day after day. I would play Guitar Hero with Usen, Usen would play Guitar Hero with me, and wouldn't you know it, many of you may not, Usen was at one time 78th best in the world online on Xbox, best at Guitar Hero. After enough time passed, of course, when the weather was warm again, Usen and I would bust out the lightsabers once more. We would fight and fight and fight some more, and eventually we accidentally choreographed an entire epic, minutes-long lightsaber duel. Time would pass, and eventually comes grade 11, Usen and I try to vie for president of the student council. We go up in front of our entire high school, twice in one day, and perform an epic, glorious lightsaber battle, which eventually resulted in Usen's ascension to student council president. We had a lot of fun in high school when we could. We would find ways to, what's the best way to say it? Express ourselves creatively. We would go up to kids at the end of the day in between classes when we found the opportunity or when it was otherwise hilarious to us. We would walk up to kids and we would come up to them, put a hand on their shoulder and say, you know, it's not easy being cheesy. On other occasions, we would come up to our victims with absolute incredulity and say, hey, just wait a second, we'll be right back. I just gotta go around the corner, I'll be right back. And we would leave, just leaving them wondering, what just happened? Who is this person? Why did they come up to me? We would do this on a semi-regular basis. It was just the kids we were. We were both students of the dramatic arts in high school. We made a point to every year take drama class together, and at least on one occasion, I was not in Usen's drama class, and so this was a problem to be fixed. I did what I could to ensure that Usen and I would spend our semester in drama together, where our creativity could truly blossom. In our drama class, we were very well known for our imaginary fights with imaginary knives. We would pull them from anywhere and everywhere, pockets under our armpits, pockets from our pants, pockets from behind our back. It was as though we were inundated with a myriad of just imaginary knives. We would do backflips, front flips moving backwards, back flips moving forwards. We would do all kinds of spinning kicks, operations, and powerful super punches to one another. To this day, it's one of my fondest memories of Usen. We still do it. He'll pull out an imaginary knife when we're standing still, and he'll start stabbing me repeatedly, reminding me of our time in high school. This eventually caught the attention of our beloved teacher, Mr. Needles, he was the guy who taught us drama. He was the guy who taught us how to act initially. And we would, at the beginning of class, at the end of class, any moment we had, we would find a way to do these fights with one another, much to the joy and amusement of everyone around us. Which eventually led to when Usen and I in grade 12 were eventually convinced to do Fiddler on the Roof, the musical. Mr. Needles, there's a scene in the play where a fight occurs. And Mr. Needles came up to us and said, Usen, Sam, I want you to choreograph this fight. I want you to build this fight and make it look good and convincing. And so Usen and I, with our knowledge of pretending to kill each other 1,000 times over, we managed to create what I to this day think is one of our greatest creations, aside from the lightsaber fight, of course. Eventually, Usen gets his driver's license much earlier than I did, and he would call me up in the middle of the night, any time after school, and say, hey, you want to go for a drive? Of course, I never denied this, and we would go for a drive around the city of London. We had a pre-planned loop that we would take. We would do it 3-4 times in an evening. On one particular occasion, Usen is driving, we find our way, we get on the 401, and I notice suddenly the car starts drifting just a little bit out of the lines. I look over at Usen, he's asleep. I scream out, Usen, what are you doing? And he just gets right on the wheel. We have never forgotten this moment, and every time I think he's falling asleep, I remind him, remember that time you almost killed us? When you came this close? But it was the nature of these drives that solidified our friendship. We would take this time to talk to each other privately, as if we were brothers, about the problems in our lives, the misfortunes we have experienced, the feelings that we had. We grew closer in this manner. We grew as adults because of this moment. We were able to express ourselves in a healthy, friendly way, and occasionally almost die. There was the one time we got pulled over for no reason at all. They genuinely pulled us over for nothing. They were worried that just perhaps the car was stolen, but that was just it. We were two 17-year-old kids driving around. It was nothing. Eventually, as we became adults, we chose wildly different paths in life. Usen chose to go to school to be an engineer, a professional man. I chose to join the military. But we both chose the same field. Usen became an electrical engineer, I became an electrical technician. We both sought power and very literally found it. One happy day, Usen tells me he had a chance meeting with a woman at a mall. They talked for a little bit, they got to know each other, they found that they had things in common and that they had every intention of speaking to each other further. He was absolutely stricken by this woman. He could not stop telling me how cool, how smart, how interesting, and of course, how good-looking she was. After weeks of courting and dates, he finally told me that they were finally together. I was more than proud of him. After all these years, my best friend had finally found a woman who was right for him, that made him happy, that brought joy into his life. It was truly incredible to see such love begin to blossom. The fruits of it we get to enjoy today, here, together. After a year or so, I was finally able to meet this woman he talked about so much. And I knew immediately that this was absolutely the one for him. His words had not been wasted. He was right. After a few years, he told me he had intentions to marry his catch. And I knew it would be the happiest life possible for both of them. And here we are today, basking in that love, enjoying the joy of this excellent day, and getting to watch these two people how do you put it to words? This is love. This is what love looks like. This is how love should look. Joy and happiness, this absolute unbridled, it is what it is. Whether I'm seeing you at the party, Richter, whether we ponder what we would do if my name was Kalamazoo Kalamazoo, even when he pretends to stab that same laugh all these years. So in high school, people would tell jokes, and everyone in the class would laugh. Usen would wait a second, think about the joke, find the joy in himself, find he could not contain it. Laughter would end, Usen would laugh, laughter would begin again, with this absolutely infectious laugh this man has. But it's only ever been the best of times with this man. The times that I've got to spend with him through drives, through hardship, through whatever's come up. This man has been my best friend, my rock, other than my wife, of course. I've said to him before, he's almost more of a brother to me than my own brothers. The closeness I get to enjoy with this man it goes beyond words, it goes beyond blood. It just is. It exists. It has been the best of times, and times that he now has the opportunity to share with his beautiful new wife. After all these years, all the fun, all the good times, the bad times, the interesting times, and the just weird things that have happened, I'm left with little more to say. So Usen, in our tradition, I must ask you, what would you do if you had the opportunity to marry the love of your life?
I would do it.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Samuel, not only for the insight, but for an opportunity to hear that infectious laugh. Next up, we have our maid of honor, Michelle Ryu, to tell us a little bit more about this beautiful bride.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michelle, the maid of honor of Arita. I've known Arita since grade 9 of high school. We became fast friends since the first day. Looking back, Arita was a one-of-a-kind girl in the way she carried herself. She knew exactly what she wanted to do and become after finishing school. She was focused throughout all the years, and she didn't care all that much about boys from what I could tell. She stayed away from trouble and grew up to be this wonderful lady. Arita's discipline has always inspired me. As you all know, Arita is a doctor. She finished her licensing exam, and she's a family physician much like her father. Having had the privilege to know Agron and Mesa over the years, Arita's discipline and diligence should properly be thanked by her attentive, caring, and loving parents who raised her to be the way she is today. When Arita asked me to be her maid of honor, I was overjoyed, yet I also didn't know much about the role. I hadn't been to too many weddings, and how to go about even planning for one was beyond me. But Arita, being the organized decision maker that she is, she seemed to know the answers to every detail about the process and the timing of the things, and I was amazed, but not surprised. This is how it's always been with Arita for as long as I could remember. There are so many memories that I could pull from and share, whether that be our trip to Italy, our meetup in Prague, exchanging best friend charms, writing each other cards, and being there for each other through thick and thin of life's ups and downs. I am truly, truly thankful and blessed to have you as a friend, Arita. Of course, I can continue to talk about Arita all day, but as she sits here beautifully on her wedding day, she herself tells a testimony of all the hard work she has put in over the years of where she is today. Now, let's bring Usen into the picture. After they fatefully met on September of 2018, I didn't witness their encounter that day, but I had the privilege of meeting Usen on the same month that the two met when I was visiting Canada from abroad at the time. Usen, you are charismatic and you have this way of speaking to people. You seem so outgoing in the life of the party, but I also heard that you can be quite introverted as well. I could not imagine this when we met that day. What I did pick up on was that you are a geek, much like Arita. I say this in a loving way as I sat there and listened to you describe that great fight scene in Old Boy movie that I still have not watched. I too have been geeking out on many topics of interest with Arita over the years, but this much I knew that Arita has found a man whom she can geek out with, and now we know that it's for the rest of their lives together. I am immensely happy for the two of you. May your love for each other continue to grow, and I wish you years of joy and blessing in your marriage. Congratulations to the newlyweds.
So far today, we've gotten to witness the love between a couple and newlyweds, the love between parents and their children as they drop them off at the altar, the love between friends that have seen their compatriots grow as the years go on. But there's one other kind of love that we haven't heard about today, the love of siblings. Next up, we'd like to ask for the groomsman and brother of the bride, Blendy Elia, to come.
It is every brother's dream one day to stand in front of family and dear friends to say some words about his sister and brother-in-law. Don't you agree? Joke aside, many of you know Dr. Arita as a wonderful, successful young lady, but no one knows her as an amazing and out-of-this-world sister as I happen to know her. Although growing up together, we had our moments of disagreement and usual siblings rivalry, Arita never failed to let me know how much she loved and respected me while growing up secretly. I was hoping that sharing same house together will never end, but just like in a dream, a prince in white Ford Escape came to her life. So here we are. I am standing in front of you delivering this awesome speech. Now, few words about my brother-in-law, Usen. I always thought that Arita is so special that she will never meet anyone good enough to deserve her. I still just joking. Usen is amazing, successful young man, and together they make an awesome couple, and from the bottom of my heart I wish them joyful and happy life together. Arita, you have and always will be my amazing friend, my ever shining star, and I will always love you beyond words can tell. Love, your baby brother Blendy.
Now, Blendy, I think it's safe to say you gained both a prince and a princess here tonight with both of them. Next up, what we're gonna have is the cake cutting. Dessert will be served shortly afterwards. Usen, don't mess up her beautiful makeup. Don't those kids look so cute? Speaking of kids, next up I'd like to invite the parents of the bride to come and share a few words. If you would, Agron and Besa.
Good evening, everyone. It's kind of hard to do a speech after amazing and stunning speech that Glenn gave us, so I kind of feel a little bit nervous. Really, I don't even know what to say after that, but you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best. And just one housekeeping rule, because the young lady, our MC, forgot that. We do have about 50 doctors here, so please do not have heart attack tonight, because they will be confused, who's going to come and, run after you. Anyways, I did not actually write any speech because, believe it or not, I only had 9 months to get ready for that and to write here. So I'm going to try to be innovative here. So I'm going to start by saying that I spent a lot of time with my grandfather, who used to talk a lot and tell me a lot of stories. And I know what you think. I'm not damaged. Best I had me tested, so I'm still doing fine, despite that fact. So anyways, his stories were at sometimes quite lengthy, and then obviously I would go back to school and learn all these other stories, or, like books and novels. And somehow, in a way, I never understood how come that my grandfather's stories that he used to tell them as he heard, over generations, still sounded much, much better than the ones that we would read, like from all the huge authors, and novelists and stuff like that. And finally tonight I actually do understand, because when I look at Arita and Usen and their story, this is the story that happened by itself. It's original, it's from the heart, it's ongoing, it's giving, so obviously none of anything, if I tried to write about them, it would probably sound quite cliche, instead of just saying that they're just an amazing, beautiful, accomplished, and loving couple that we gotta get used to see them more now that they're getting married, I'm hoping. I'm not going to keep it too long. I know you guys can't wait to start, with Albanian dancing, in which I actually excel. I'm really a master of that. But I'm just going to tell the young couple, thank you for making our life even better, if that's possible after seeing you. Thank you for being who you are. Always believe in yourself. Look for the future. Future is very bright for both of you. And we will love you, respect you forever. That's something we expect from you as well. And a few words for this amazing audience. Honestly, it's stunning. I really appreciate every one of you to come. Believe it or not, we have people coming from Europe, obviously from Kosovo, from Germany, from United Kingdom, and also we have all the family members, and we have all the friends from London and from Hamilton, Ontario, my family, Bessa's family, joining us. I can just tell that this is an amazing, amazing crowd. Most of the people I can see that are enjoying, and I want you just to know that we do appreciate from the bottom of our heart, and big, big, big applause for everybody who took this decision and left everything aside to come and join us and celebrate this wonderful new story that's coming up from Arita and Usen. And now I'm going to hand the podium to the most amazing, beautiful, smart lady. That's Bessa.
Hello, everyone. Blindy's speech is going to be a very tough act to follow, but we'll do our best. First and foremost, thank you so much to all of you for coming out tonight and sharing this wonderful moment with us, the marriage of Arita and Usen. I am going to read my speech because the emotions are running really high, so I'm going to save myself from embarrassment. Today is a day of immense joy and pride as we celebrate my beloved daughter on her wedding day. From the moment you called me Mom, you brought an extraordinary light into my life, filling it with love and purpose. You have always been the strength and constant source of love in our family, facing every challenge with grace and resilience. Your unwavering spirit and compassionate heart have been a guiding force for all of us. Your professional accomplishments have filled us with pride time and time again, with the most recent and remarkable being your achievement of becoming a doctor. Your dedication and hard work have not only made you successful, but have also inspired everyone around you. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to our new son-in-law, Usen. I couldn't imagine a better partner for our daughter. Your love and support for her have already shown what a wonderful addition you are to our family. Finally, I would like to thank all of our guests for being here today. Your presence means the world to us. Congratulations, my darling, my dear, and may your life together be filled with endless love, joy, and success. Thank you.
Belim Derit, thank you. They say that when a couple gets married, their language changes. The words me, myself, mine, those are left to the side and replaced with we, us, and our. Please welcome Arita and Usen to give their speech.
Good evening, everyone. Ah, there we go. That's the energy that I like to see. Very good. So, our goal today, or especially with this last speech, we want to be very short, sweet, concise, succinct. I would come up with several other synonyms for quick, but at least I'm getting some laughs. Very good. Thank you. Very good. But I just wanted to, I really just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's come near and far. We have a lot of relatives that, both my personal relatives and new relatives that I just made today. New friends that I met just only a few days ago as well from Kosovo. And the only thing I can say there is Usen Melikovsky, Arita, Alia, 2024 Kosovo Party! We'll be there. So long as you give us room and board for free. No, I'm just joking. But very good, very good. But no, just want to say thank you to everyone for everyone's time here today. Honestly, just really looking forward to spending the evening with friends, family, and looking forward to dancing the night away Dua Lipa style.
I'm going to try and make this quick. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Okay, that's it. I'm just joking. This isn't so much as a speech as it is my very poor attempt at stand-up comedy, and you all have to laugh because I'm your bride. You're my captive audience. Like my dad said, there are like 30-something doctors in the room tonight. Yes, I did count. So if you have a weird mole that you need to get checked out, this is evidently the place to do it. But no, I do want to thank all my friends and family who came out tonight to support us. It really means a lot to both of us. Whether you came from near or far, I love and adore each and every person in this room. Even if I don't know you that well, you are all amazing. Like, the vibes have been just so great. I'm gonna stop rambling. But my final note for the evening is the fact that there's so much time to dedicate to celebrating the father-daughter relationship in weddings. Dad gets to walk me down the aisle. Dad gets the father-daughter dance, and I'm so grateful for that. I love my father. He is my role model, my mentor. I watched him work his way to achieving his dream of becoming a doctor in Canada step by step, and I will continue to look up to him and continue to seek his advice every day until the day that I die, basically. I love my dad very much. But there's nothing really there to celebrate mom, which I find crazy, because if you know me, you know how much I love and adore my mother. She is the reason I am who I am today. She's the glue that holds our family together. So without further ado, Michelle, can I get my bouquet, please? Thank you. So I wanted to carve out this little moment in tonight to dedicate my bouquet to my mom, my number one cheerleader, my number one supporter. I love you so much. You are the best thing in the world. I love you. Okay, that's it. Goodbye. I love you all.
Well, I don't know about you, but that last piece definitely got me a little misty-eyed. And with that, I think I might need to just take a moment, gather myself, get a drink at the bar, get some refreshments, and then we'll all be joining back together in order for us to honor that father-daughter relationship with the father-daughter dance. So everyone, please stand up, go to the bar, grab a drink. There's coffee beside the bar if that's what you're looking for right now. We have a long night ahead of us, so make sure you caffeinate. And just a note, we will be breaking down the tables 15 to 18 in order to make room for our dance floor. So make sure you kick those heels off, you get hydrated, and we'll see you all on the dance floor soon.